Hello you guys, I just finished recording with a model. Never worked with a model before. I've worked with like other SM artists and stuff, but never worked with a model. Super proud of myself for pushing through with it. I had a vision and I wanted really to accomplish it, so I found some local Facebook groups for like actors and people who are trying to hire local actors and models. So I found this sweet lady and we were just recording some videos with her. I'm still kind of hyped from it. Today, you guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about manifestation. I know it sounds really woo-woo, but here's the thing. So back when the movie first came out, the movie Secret, remember it? Remember that movie? You probably forgot about it. So a couple of times now, I keep hearing people talk about the movie Secret. And then I keep seeing like these manifestation and belief and visualization coming back. And then I was scrolling through YouTube the other day and I saw literally it came out as a suggested video for me, the movie Secret free on YouTube. So I watched it. And like this memory of mine just flashed back. When it first came out, this movie came out back in whatever 2006 or 7, I'm not even sure. I just moved here and I was already married, but kind of was already feeling antsy in the marriage, understanding that, you know, things are off. And I remember I watched it a couple times because the first time, were you like this or not, or just me? I did not understand it. I did not understand what they were talking about. It could be also the language barrier, of course, but honestly, it confused me. But then as I got more information, like through reading more, I don't remember what did I do, or more other channels, like videos that talked about it and people started sharing their opinions about it, then I started understanding, kind of clicked. So back then in 2009, I'd say almost, that's when it kind of hit me. I understood it finally, and I started manifesting. And you guys, I'm not gonna woo-woo at you, but oh my God, for real, when you visualize yourself in a place and you're very specific about things. So first of all, that's how I quit smoking. I did a mood board and visualization board for myself of me being stronger. I put like my lungs are healing, my body is working better, like I'm getting ready to be the healthiest I can be, stuff like that. And I put actual poster with pictures of what I wanted my body to be like after I quit smoking. And that's how I quit smoking. Every time I would use a bathroom, TMI, but I put it on the back of the wall, so every time I sit there, there was no cell phones then, at least not like internet cell phones that you can just scroll through now. And I remember I would just sit and look, and every time I would remind myself and read about it. I put sticky notes everywhere and I put manifestations all around, and it worked. Somehow, miraculously, I quit smoking so easily. Like, I couldn't understand why I didn't do this before, but I was so afraid to quit smoking back then. So it worked magic. So then I realized that I can do it with other things in life, and I started doing the visualization boards. I forgot what they're called, dream boards or something. I totally forgot. And I did the board about my future life, and that was before I started watching ASMR videos. I did about my body, one big one about my body, and I put myself, my face, and I put a blurred face of a man next to me. Even though my husband could see all of these, he could care less. He never asked me anything about it now that I'm thinking about it, my ex. And I posted it, same thing in the bathroom. And then all around my office when I used to work in medical supply, and I put different sticky notes, and I would sit and look in the mirror and I would get myself pumped and excited. And I kept saying things that I wanted in my men, even though I didn't think that I would actually get divorced after that. But I didn't, my brain did not connect that it will make me divorced to get that man, the one that I was requesting. I was always asking like for polite men who will be understanding, who will treasure me, and who would see me in like the highest regard, and who would be a gentleman to me all the time, and we would have cozy nights, like all these things. I would imagine like him coming back from work and we're sitting and eating dinner together, and this warmth between us, and like this connection. I kept thinking about it and smiling and visualizing. I kept seeing my body being strong and how sexy I would look, you know, finally I would lose these pounds. And I remember I kept doing it. So I was doing it for a couple of months, and I remember I got different. I turned into a different person. I got into meditation, I got into ASMR because I was just spiraling. That after I quit smoking and realized what my body looked like and what my marriage felt like, in that moment, that was like 2009, that's when I found ASMR. I would have terrible breakdowns, but I talked about that before. And I didn't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And we had zero money. Well, I was given zero money. Okay. And but it's a different story. And I just kept visualizing, and I would get myself pumped and excited, and I felt the change. I felt how different I actually am from where I am at that moment, where I was at that moment. And it felt like I couldn't do this anymore. And like everything shifting, you know, boiling, and you start moving things around, and you just, anyway, that's where I had the nervous breakdown, because I was stuck. So then I started battering myself because thanks to ASMR, I was able to sleep better, relax more. I would watch it like a million times a day. And I started going on runs, and I signed up to the gym, and I had the dog then, my boxer dog, and I would go for runs with him all the time. And I lost so much weight. I looked so much better. But I kept thinking about that man, how he would love me, you know, like differently than what I feel right now. And yeah, who knew, right? Here's one thing, you guys, that I just realized recently. I remember I did specific pictures from magazines that I would cut out, and one of them had a house. And the front of the house is almost identical to my front of the house right now. As I remember it, because again, I looked at it so much that I basically memorized it, burned into my mind. That front of the house looks almost exactly like my house here, just different color. It was in white, and I do not have white. I have like a gray-brown house. But the bottom line, how crazy that it reminded me of this specific house. So all of that flashed in my mind. I remembered how amazing that was, how much excitement for life I was experiencing thanks to these visualizations. So recently I started doing them again. I just started them last week. My first thought though was about working with people. And the first thought, I'm like, okay, I can visualize myself working on the person. And that's when I am like, okay, well, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm just going to go for it and hire somebody. Anybody who would be willing to work with me, that's who I'm going to work with. And she was one of the first people. I kept imagining what it's going to feel like. And even now, like I told you guys, we were thinking of expanding our house, so getting a different house with different layout, where I would have a studio that won't become my son's bedroom eventually, and I just don't have any more rooms in the house to work in, and I want to work, and I need a studio. So I've been visualizing, you know, a house with beautiful views, and I'm very specific about it and how I want it all to be. And I guarantee you'll see in a couple of years I'll get there. Right now, there's no way. Right now, we can't afford anything, but I want it to happen with burning passion. So I hope you guys will cheer with me. I hope you will write your own manifestations and your own visualizations. I'm like really punching here into the energies of everyone, and try hyping yourself up for success and change. And be strategic though, because you'll be surprised. Like I said, I didn't know I'm going to go through a divorce. It was never on my mind. Even though I wasn't happy, I never thought about divorce, not one time. I mean, honestly, it was not an option for me at that point, but it doesn't matter. But it happened. It still happened. So that man was not fitting into my criteria. Very uppity of me to say. And another man was coming along who was, as you know, going through a divorce at the same time as I was going. And that's how we met. And it was just crazy. The whole thing, just how it all turned around. That's so awesome. So just wanted to share this story with you guys, how manifestation truly works, how I think visualization is a form of affirmation and meditation and all the shins that you can think of. But truly, it changes your whole energy. So I'll give you something too. Lately, my number one thing that I was thinking about, that I'm trying to say to myself every day, is that I want to be magnetic. That's my goal. I want to be magnetic. Like, that's how I want to see myself. That people just want to spend time with me because of how I treat them, how they feel next to me, how I make them feel. And I keep saying that I'm magnetic and I'm safe. Because, you know, magnetism comes with people who leech on you, as you know. So I just always say, I want my future to be light and easy. I am magnetic and I am feel safe and happy, stuff like that. And I don't know, I have to say, I've been having a lot of phone calls and texts from old friends, from latest friends, some people I have never spoken to, and they're like, hey, I just thought about you and like wanted to check out if you want to go for coffee. I'm like, who are you again? I'm like, literally don't know who you are. She's like, well, I'm one of the mom friend groups and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. And I've been having more and more requests of people like to chat and hang out. And I'm like, let's do this. So yeah, I believe in it, you guys, totally. So it's not like a religious thing. I wouldn't call it spiritual even. It's more like just self-affirmation, that the more you think of yourself in certain light, the more you become that, and you can change that as you please. It's always a choice. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. My little baby's back home. And I wanted to record this while I had energy and time, in between them coming back for nap and the girl leaving after recording video with me. Thank you guys so much for everything. And I'll chat with you soon again. Bye bye.